Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're checking out Zenless Zone Zero. Now, this thing's been in beta for about 2.5 hours at the time of recording this. I've been playing it since it dropped, and I wanted to give you guys my early impressions. This is going to be obviously very early, only 2.5 hours in, but this is more to give you guys a look at what is in the game so far, and I will update you guys as I unlock more features and stuff like that. But being a Hoyo game, it's going to be highly anticipated, and as you can expect with Hoyo games, it's got a lot of the stuff that you're used to. However, it does have some new things for Hoyo games which really impressed me. The first one, we got a skip button on story, so I've been skipping. I watched a little bit, but then I just started skipping. And the other thing is we got some leaderboards, albeit in minigames, but there is a leaderboard. So, you know, Hoyo expanding their horizons by the looks of it. Now, when we look into summons and stuff like that, we got standard Hoyo, you got your exclusive banner, you've got your standard banner. When we compare this to something like Honkai Star Rail, they've sort of switched the beginner banner into the standard banner where you get some discounted pulls. You can see where it only costs us 8 to get a 10 pull. So they've sort of squished those two banners into one, which is cool. So that's pretty much what we've got at the moment for summons. I will do a summon video later on. I'm just saving up all my currencies and we'll do a big one later on. Actually, let's just show you guys the animation while we're here. Let's just go ahead and do a summon animation, and then we'll get into combat, you know, overworld and stuff like that. We got one ticket here. Let's go this. You can see we've got the B. So if you do a 10 pull, all these other screens light up with numbers, with letters. And that's what we got. This is like an assist type character. It's not one of the characters you actually use. So you can get like the assist characters, you can get actual characters and stuff like that. We'll go through that in a minute when we jump into combat. But that is a basic look at the summon system. Now, the next thing we have is this sort of overworld type thing. They've got a bunch of different things in the overworld. You got some cooking, nothing too crazy. The one thing that I did like, I thought this was pretty cool, is the arcade. Now, if we go into the arcade, you come over here, we got some games like Snake, which is really cool. But we've also got, where is it? Wait, I swear there was a Snake Jewel. Wait, is this a standard Snake? Wait, let me select this. Okay, I swear there was a PvP type Snake where it was other players, but it was actually just computer at the moment. But we got some arcade games. So I tried doing this one as well, and it's got rankings. So this is what I was saying. It's got some rankings, and you can try and climb the rankings. Where am I? Number 15. There's probably only 15 people tried it. I sucked at this one. Absolutely sucked. But they do have mini games. I'm keen to see if this expands into the rest of the game with more, you know, ranking type systems. We'll have to wait and see, but that was really cool. They got some of the old school games like Snake. I absolutely love it. Reminds me when I got my first phone, because yes, I am 34 and I'm old as hell, so Snake was the game that I had on my first phone. All right, so that's that. Now let's jump into like the main storyline and stuff. And you've got like your sort of quest log you can go to. Sometimes you got to do some side missions. Sometimes you got to do some main missions. But over here, we're going to where we've got to do our main mission. Now, the audio in this game, the soundtrack, really cool. The atmosphere, the way they deliver the story, really nice. They do some fully animated. They do some in comic strip style, fully voiced. And it's just all really clean. I do enjoy all of it. But if we jump over here into the story, we're going to get... Yeah, I didn't do very well in this one. Did not 3-star that at all. So we'll see if we can 3-star this one. All right, select squad. So this is where we get into squad selection. Now at the moment I only have the 3 beginner characters that we start with, and you get equipment. So we get these bad boys that you can equip, which have different effects and stuff like that. This is all I've unlocked so far. You got skills. Now these are like your eidolons or your constellations, if you will, and that's how you're going to get these additional effects in your skills. And then you got your standard abilities over there. So let's jump into combat and show you what we got. So that's what we've got. The one thing is, it took me a while to find the select button over on the right hand side. Yes, I'm an idiot. And this is our little assist character who has like different abilities here. It bombards the enemies. This one, we got crit rate for all agents. So we got all these different effects that's going to come. So these guys are kind of like your additional stat stick with a little effect that kind of like a pet in other games, I guess you'd call them. So that's what they are. So let's jump into it and let's take a look at the quote-unquote combat. So, okay, this is the combat. So they do have like a labyrinth-style board thing that you'll have to explore, and that is a lot of the game. And, okay, we are getting into that before we get into combat. Okay. So this let's move. All right, so this is what a lot of the game is. Now, me personally, this has not grown on me yet. I'll have to see if it grows on me more in the future, but this isn't my favorite part. I'd rather just get straight into combat, but like I said, it's still new to me, so this is just a personal take so far. But this is like a little like labyrinth style board that you can move around, and you got different interactions that happen in the board. So we can do that. We can pick up some goodies. Come over here. I have no idea what this vortex does. It probably sends me somewhere else. No, it does nothing. All right, so let's do this one. And then we're going to head for the fissure. Yep, cool. So that's going to take us somewhere different. And once again, you got this board. You'll have some puzzles that you got to do. Got no idea what this is, so let's just see. A lot of these things, like they're all still new things coming in this board.
Data updated.
And there we go. But on the board, you'll see, okay, for instance, over here, we'll jump over here. And in this board, you basically want to get all the rewards you can from the board, do all this sort of stuff, and then you'll also have battles that you have to do inside the board. And so getting max rewards is what you're going to want to do from the board. And like I said, I feel like it's meant to be an action combat game. And like the puzzle thing is like taking up the majority of the time for me, which is not what I was expecting. But once again, that's just me personally. So this is combat. So combat it's honestly pretty smooth. You can just basically QTE switch your characters, and you do a lot of switching, which it's very dynamic. It feels very fluid. And basically you just basic attack while you generate your E skill, and then you've got an ultimate which you generate as well. So you can spacebar to switch characters. And then you'll see here, wait, let's just swap character. Okay, so here I've got my E skill. So I'm just gonna E skill with this guy. So then I've got her E skill. Oh, whoops. Where is she? Where is she? There she is. I got her E skill as well. So the E skills are timed separately, and then we get this quick time event where we can swap characters and come out and do some damage and stuff like that. And then you can dodge with right click. However, you can also, when they get the yellow glow, like this guy, you can swap, and if you do the swap timed well, it allows you to go into like a QTE where you do extra damage and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm having so much trouble multitasking, talking through it while I'm doing it. I suck at this stuff. And now I can choose which one I want to swap to. We can swap to them, and then we can get an ult off. And now we get to choose who we want to go. We can go him. So at the moment, combat has felt pretty face roll, but once again, we're only 2.5 hours in, and games are always face roll to that extent. So I'm definitely keen to jump deeper into the game and see where it goes.
Target confirmed. Go.
But yeah, they make it feel really dynamic with all these QTEs and stuff that can happen. Like you can get perfect dodges with your right click, like that, or you can get perfect swaps with your swap button, which is, I think it just adds that dynamic feel. I can't think of a better word for it than that. And we do get a ton of the swapping, and then we get the ults off. But the character designs are sick. I love the whole vibe of it, and the character designs. The voicing's really good as well. I've been thoroughly enjoying all that. But that is a look at combat. It feels very, like it feels fluid and fast, but it also feels like at the moment, I can just spam anything and it feels like I'm doing cool stuff. So we'll have to see how more in depth it gets. But that is a basic look at combat. And once again, then you're going to go through this board. Let's try and negotiate the price here. How did we do? Did we negotiate the price? I'm guessing we did.
Take the path on the right, Wise.
Okay, so now we obviously want to get to that drill because it's showing us there, but you can still go explore all this other stuff first. And yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because it does get a kind of a little bit tedious, but this is going to be a lot of the game. I haven't seen any combat where you just jump into combat without having to do this type of thing. So I'm curious to see if this remains the whole way through or whether they do stray from this a little bit in the future. But that's a basic look at it. I don't have the enough credits to pay the cost there, so I get booted out. I didn't mean to click that. But hey, now we're into this new section, and you get the idea. It's this whole puzzle type system that you got to get through. You'll do battles along the way, and that is a basic look of the sort of campaign mode combat style of thing. So yeah, that's pretty much a look at the absolute basics from the first couple hours of play. There will be more features in the game, and I will do follow-up videos on it. But I am saving for a summer session, but I figured screw it. I kind of want a new character to play with now. So let's go ahead and do a 10 pull. I'm actually tempted to do it on the standard banner because it's just going to get me more of the S ranks than just trying to go for the maid chick. So we're going to pop a 10 pull here. See how we go. And this way you guys can get a good feel for it. Okay, I only got one A rank, which is kind of sad. So it's probably going to be a dupe. So we get a bunch of these little dudes. There's the B rank. So that's like a weapon. A garbage bag man. Oh, he's cool, but he's the A rank. So that's the other thing. It's kind of like weapons, light cones. You can get A ranks of these guys as well. So we didn't actually get any characters to play with in that run, in that summon session. The last time that I did it, I got a dupe Nicole. So still yet to get a new character. But hey, that is where we're at. And that is the basic look at it. Now, once again, I will update you guys with more in the future, but that's the basic look at the core functionality. It's very Hoyo feeling with a bunch of the key features of it, but like I said, it's more puzzle. The action combat feels secondary to the puzzle for me at this stage, but I definitely think that will change in the future. It may also be because I suck at the puzzle type thing and it just takes me longer, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway guys, that is a look at Zenless Zone Zero. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.